Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a new update of me, Crypto Michael, on the markets. And today we're going to discuss some altcoins as the market is relatively calm, which means that we can actually just go through the charts, share some ideas of what the expectations of the markets are, as we've just witnessed a corrective week. And corrections are quite healthy, but you should be aware that if there is FOMO in the markets, that's not the moment to step into the markets. If there is fear of losing money in the markets, which means the drop downs, that's the moment you should become interested. And we've just had the first correction, and I think we're going to have a relative calm week ahead if 16K holds, before we are going to have a final corrective notion. But bottoming constructions frequently take time. If you like the content that I'm making on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. We are growing relatively fast and we're targeting 20K subscribers before the end of the year. Would be amazing if we hit that. Also, we still have 3 days of 20% discount on any membership of the group. We also have added consultancy, so check out the first reply or the description beneath this video. Coins that I'm going to discuss, the first one is Chainlink, as Chainlink is one of the most hyped coins and one of the strongest during the year actually. And what we see is a very blurry chart in which I've had some squigglies through which we can see that there's a structure right now. And I'll remove the structure for a little bit, as then we can go through the charts through just having a more clear view, right? What we see is a parabolic advance in the upwards notion, which means that previous levels frequently get tested for support before continuation of the markets. And when the parabolic advance is broken down, the correction usually takes time. And for that you can actually use any of the previous frequent corrections or any of the previous accelerations, with always comes down to test previous levels, and you can see that those corrections just take time. First bounce is on the first level that we have on the daily time frame here. As we can see, bearish rising wedge, bearish SR flip of the previous support on lower time frames, another drop down, previous high, and this block surrounded support, and this previous high was used for support in this structure here, becomes resistance now, so another breakdown occurs. And then you can see that we've got lower lows, lower highs, which is essentially a downtrend. Another bearish support resistance flip on this area, after which we broke down again, and we can see that we are on the massive support zone, which bounced at the 4th of November. Bearish flip again of the 83K zone, and now we are still in structure of support. So what do we want to see? We've got two levels that I'm targeting on Link BTC, which is the 63K zone, which we held, and if we go further down the road in the coming period, 52K. I do not believe we're going down further from here. I do believe that we're going to have a nice slight bottoming construction before we have the moving averages kicking in again, and then the acceleration starts to kick off. So at this point we are beneath those moving averages, but in general I think we are having a bottoming construction takes time, and we get such a momentum here. What are the crucial levels on Chainlink? Breaking 83K opens the gates towards any of these levels at 100K and 121. Losing 63, and I think we're going to 53, but all in all I expect this period to take some time before it bottoms out. Similar on the USDT chart, we know that this area here is a weekly level. We bounced from it. Current structure is still upwards, but as we have stated previously in the live stream, if we reject at this range between 13 bucks, 13.5 to 14 bucks, this range it is, we are making a bearish support resistance flip as the previous resistance becomes resistance again, and then we are anticipating a further correction towards the area of 10 bucks, and we might be looking at 7 bucks. These levels are still the levels that I'm watching, and if we check the weekly time frame, it definitely looks like we're going to have some more corrections before continuation on Chainlink. All in all, these are heavy opportunities. XRP, we have discussed this one on the live stream as well. 45 cent zone is a very strong support zone which currently is holding. We're trying to have a similar move as Cardano at this point. If we do make this breaker, we got a next resistance zone at 64 cents. If we do lose it and we're going to test the support again, we are showing weakness, and then we are also constructing lower highs, lower lows, signaling that we might be going down further towards 32 cents, which is in general still all depending on Bitcoin in itself. XRP, BTC, already in resistance zone. If we reverse here, I'm looking for support around 2400, and we know that we've got a support level on higher time frame that we want to flip in order to see continuation, which is around 2400 sats. So I think that in the coming weeks we're getting into that region. Then we've got some coins like Harmony, and basically those smaller caps just take time to actually start accelerating. So what we see is that we've seen a parabolic advancement as well, breakdown, bearish flips, and now the period of sideways starts to occur. So what you see here is a period of sideways accumulation. You see it in here as well. So there has to be a range in general through which we also get the moving averages back in, which means that these moving averages are lining up for that alt season that we want to have in the next years. And I do also expect that the next advance is going to take out this high, and then we're going to run to any of these highs here, which means that accumulating your bags in this range, if you want to swing trade, is a very healthy and natural way, an organic way to do that. Low has been tested here. The resistance zone is quite clear, which is between 42 to 50 sats. If we get a run at and come back down again, you might scalp trade a little bit here. But overall, this range low is the area that you should be watching. And then at some point, these two are going to line up in this period, and then you're going to have probably have a nice run. Similar picture is there on Cedar and Perlin and all those coins. SXP is one that is showing weakness in general, but it's just having a full retrace of its previous run, through which we come to the same conclusion as what we have on Harmony. In this region, I would definitely be accumulating some more until it starts to accelerate again and starts a new cycle. And for that, I'm going to use the SXP USDT chart. I've made this one, but we initially got rejected at the previous support zone, so I'll just remove the moving averages for a little bit. We got rejected at this support level here, which means that is the breaker right now. So we see that we've had support here, resistance. What do we also know? We have been stating that the range around 75 cents is the range that I'll be interested in accumulating some more. So anything in this range, we are going to look for entries on this one. And then at the same question starts to appear. If we get in the period around January here, those moving averages will be lining up, and then you start to see a trend reversal. So at this point, the majority of the altcoins are still in accumulation, which means that they are granting great opportunities to be buying. So unless we flip 115 on swipe, I think we're going to accumulate some more. So I'm going to accumulate some more bags, and once we start to reverse, I'm expecting already towards these zones. That's my update for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Check out the website for the discounts, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back tomorrow.